right, welcome everybody to Not Just Any RPG. We're back after a long hiatus. They're going to introduce their own characters, but real quick, I have with me the normal group. Emma N, Emma D, Justin, Gavin, Luke, Anthony. I didn't say Anthony yet. I think that was the last one. Usually I go down my list here, but I've tried to freeball it, and thank you real quick to Milo Paulus for the theme song you heard just a few seconds ago. Thank you also to Battlebards. We've joined Battlebards, and they are letting us use their music on our podcast, on our stream. So if you look in the description of this video, of this podcast, you will see a referral link if you're interested in playing Battlebards for your game, which I would encourage. It's very good music for to immerse your players. And without further ado, let's get into it. So the six of you are all from different places throughout this world. This is a world that has been ravaged by war in the past 100 years, and then after being ravaged by war, the victor, one Emperor Alexei Dracos, fixed everything, essentially. He was a loved emperor, an emperor of the people. Even over time, even those he conquered grew to love him, and grew to love his regime. There were, of course, dissenters, but the overwhelming feeling was that the emperor was... if he wasn't succeeding in making everything better, he was trying his best, and he was real. That's how people felt. This philosopher emperor was doing what was best for the continent that he conquered. But seeing as he had no true direct heir, after Alexei Dracos' death, there was a bit of a power vacuum, and after a few years of chaos, small countries broke out of the power vacuum. Small countries grabbing land, rulers staking claims that hadn't been claimed for decades now, republics being formed from the ashes of what was. And now, coming back to more present times, we have countries grouping together into alliances, claiming to be the true successor to Dracos' empire. Out west, we have the Empire of Highill. In the center of the country, or of the continent, rather, we have a group of workers who got together. It's not necessarily a group of countries, but one organization under which the workers rule in the center of the continent. Out east, there's the Union of Free Territories. A lot of these countries are freedom-loving, and if they're not, then they just think that everyone should be able to rule themselves. So that alliance of nations out east is the natural enemy, it seems, to the Empire of Highill. All of you from your disparate places throughout the continent, whether you committed a crime, or were falsely accused, or even framed of a crime, you somehow landed in prison. And in hushed tones, you might have overheard that you were being moved, but not through the normal legal channels, not because a court ordered it, but secretly you've been moved. You're not sure exactly where, but eventually you are moved into a wagon, and you're moved off in a direction. You're not really exactly sure which way. You are moved from wagon to wagon. It's all very hush-hush. A lot of the people moving you between these wagons don't exactly seem like the most trustworthy characters. And eventually, all of you find yourselves in a certain prison, a holding cell. The first person to get there would be one Drago, just so you're aware in a second. The next person first of all, for the second person, Anthony, would you like to... What's your character's name? I know I just said it, but what's your character's name? And for the second person who walks in, what do they see as they come into this large prison cell that you're sitting in?
So, my name's Drago. Or Drago. Sorry. You can pronounce it either way. And I'm quite a short little guy. I'm a halfling with brown hair, and I usually wear a hat, but they took it away when I went into prison. It was quite a sad ordeal. I look kind of young, but like maybe an older young adult, like 36. And I'm just quite a small fellow.
Okay. The next person, real quick, because I know he might have to step away for a second. Justin, go ahead and describe your character, and what they look like, and tell us their name as you're getting put into this prison cell.
My name is Orto Uti. I am a 5 foot.
Hold on. You're going a little... Hold on. You're going a little robot-y. I don't know how the stream is...
Uh-oh.
That sounded better.
Yeah, that sounded a lot better. I'm going to try
All right.
real quick.
Well, I'm not a robot. I'm not a robot. I'm a tiefling. I am a tiefling. And I... got a beard. That's all you need to know.
You're a tiefling with a beard. Are your horns hidden in any way by a hat, or you're just like letting them
grow out? I've got a lot of hair as well, so just
okay.
Quiet for a reason.
All right. Up next, what do we have? Probably would be... Now you two are in the cell for together for probably another day or two. So you probably make some small talk and just each other's names. Up next would probably be Emma N. As you're getting pushed into this cell, tell us your character's name, describe them.
So her name is Aravyre Sagemire. She is a tall, slender female. She's an elf. She has this white hair and green eyes. Looks very strange to the eye. She just has these very angular features. She's pretty quiet. She stays to herself. She has kind of this darkish demeanor to her. But yeah, that's Aravyre.
Okay. The guards do tell you that there are more people on the way. So don't get too comfortable with the amount of space you've got. Once again, after another day or so, Luke, describe your character as they're getting put into the cell, and tell us their name.
There's a very irate dwarf. I don't know, whatever you'd think of when you think of a stereotypical dwarf. Shorter than an average man, stockier. Not a very long beard, but he still has a beard. And what's my name? Something Irongull. Radek Irongull. That's my name.
Okay. That same day, actually, Emma D. You want to describe your character? What they tell us their name?
So, my character walks in. Her name is Lialana Ravensmile. She's taller than tall and bigger than big. She's towers over everyone and is quite menacing looking with her green skin and very dark features. She's a little bit awkward, and you can kind of tell that she doesn't have much experience with other people. So.
All right. And then I will wait a second for the last member. Okay. Another day or so, 5 of you in the cell together. You've been spending quite a long time together. You're not exactly... The consensus seems to be you're not exactly sure why you're here. Like for what reason you're all together here. But you all seem nice enough. On this next day, Gavin, would you like to tell us your character's name and describe them?
So my character's name is Theran Nailo. He is a wood elf from the Western Lands, specifically a town named Yamel. He is a bit of like an average height, average weight fellow. And he's a bit younger though. You can tell he's not quite fully matured. You know, he's not quite an adult. He's got black hair, put up into like a ponytail, and he's, seems pretty calm, pretty relaxed. He knows why he was thrown into prison, but he doesn't know why he's been transferred. And so I guess, if anything, he's a bit confused, but not overly worried about what's happening, because he knows that what he did was what he wanted to do, and he has no regrets. So,
no regrets.
No regrets.
Okay. Once the 6 of you are all together, I don't know. Is there anything that you guys would have maybe talked about or would talk about? Just like, meeting each other for the first time. You're stuck in this cell together for a while before anything really happens.
So, Radek, why are you here?
Hey. I thought of this backstory a minute ago. Why'd you ask me?
That's okay. Like, I don't know.
Radek is confused. He doesn't know why he's here.
It. I got clocked on the head by the guards or something. I'm not all the way there yet.
That's fair.
Maybe you should rest for a little bit.
We'll just fall asleep, actually, for now.
The tiefling with the beard and the horns, he just kind of is off to the side with his arms crossed, sitting on one of the lower bunks.
I mean, I don't know why y'all are here, but you know, I'm just chilling. It's I did something wrong technically, but it was not morally wrong. It was just it's kind of stupid anyway. My town's just I don't like where I'm from. It's
Did you commit tax fraud?
what tax fraud? That's the first thing you think of when you see somebody.
I don't know. It didn't sound like you did something heinous, so I don't know.
You said it wasn't morally wrong, so
Yeah.
it is the first jump.
That and I'm not even gonna go there. I don't even, not worth my time. I mean, but what did you get in here for? I guess. What's your name? I point to Anthony's character.
I'm Drago.
Yeah.
A number of reasons.
Did you commit tax fraud?
Well, yes, but that's not the reason I'm in here.
Oh, okay.
It's more of an impersonation, kidnapping thing. But it's fine. It was morally justified. The guy was pretty bad.
Wait, so are all of you guys criminals?
I wouldn't say I'm a criminal per se, but in my town, I guess you could. My town's very strict compared to many other places, so I guess yes, in my town you would consider me a criminal. But I did not steal anything, or I didn't destroy or steal anything per se.
Well, I don't really know why I'm in here. They told me that I vandalized the temple of Yaldern. Yaldern? How do you say it? How do you say it?
Yrden? What?
It's
You're trying to say the god?
Yaldern? Aldern. EA.
You should have asked me this before.
I thought I would go for it, and then I was not confident.
Alden.
Alden. They told me that I vandalized the Temple of Alden, but that doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sworn to protect that temple. I have no reason to destroy it or vandalize it. I'm very confused.
Are you some sort of temple guard?
Yeah. I'm a part of the Guardians for the Gods.
Sounds cool. I didn't know we had that.
Yeah, it's not very advertised.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually can't get out of the city, so...
Do you think somebody framed you?
I'm not quite sure what happened. I just don't feel like I should be here. You guys all seem pretty nice for criminals, though, so I guess I don't have any complaints.
I mean, I don't hate many people. Just I got a few people I'm not a fan of, but
Ooh, I have a fun idea.
oh no.
So, you see the sleeping dwarf right here. So I'm gonna, so y'all don't act like anything's amiss. But I'm gonna make myself look like him and wake him up.
You sure you want to get beat up in a prison already? We just got here. Or
I'll
I
be
guess I
fine.
just got here.
Okay. So I just disguise myself as Radek. And then just wait for him to wake up.
You guys are probably close to the same height, so it matches
I can
up.
change my height up to a foot, so
Oh
as long as
yeah.
I'm kind of
5'.
close.
I'm
Yeah.
5'3".
Well, at least I know that your character can't be my character.
I could be your character, just smaller.
Yeah.
Oh god, that'd be terrifying.
He could also do more illusion magic to make himself look taller, but when you like touch the top, it's like fake. There's
Oh,
nothing there.
God. No.
Not him specifically. I just know there are spells that can do that. I don't know if he can, but
God damn it.
So yeah, I sit around, I like poke him a couple times, see if he wakes up.
so you wake up, you look around this dingy, dark, like musky prison cell, and you look around. You see all the people who've come into the cell in the past few days, and then you see yourself standing in front of you, standing over you as you lay down in the bed.
Is this what happens after death? Or after life?
Oh,
Who
is
are
it a
you,
bad dream?
creature?
What?
Taking my face.
I think you're a little bit crazy.
I'm gonna
Did the
tackle him.
guard hit you really hard?
I'm gonna tackle him. I try to get up and stumble my way towards him. Taking my body, you foul beast. That's up to Pierce if I breach it to you or if I fall down on my way over.
Just go ahead and roll a d20. See what happens.
Just see what happens. I got a 5.
You are so shocked by this being in front of you that looks like you but slightly shorter that you fall right on your face as you get out of bed.
Can I pick him up?
Yeah, damn it.
Can I just pick him up? I put him back on his feet.
But nice to meet you. I'm Radek. What's your name, sir?
I'm
You're
just
the one who
observing
clocked
in
me in the
awe.
head?
No, that was the guards a while ago.
Oh my god, where am I? Who are you people? And why do you look like me?
I think you're in some sort of prison. I don't really have an answer to the second question. It's more, why do you look like me?
I am not functional enough to comprehend what's going on right now.
Nah, I'm just messing with you. I turn back to myself.
Like right in front of me, like poof.
Yeah.
Good God. You looked better before.
Good one.
Damn.
It was nice having a mustache.
Yeah, well, I'm Theran. I just got here recently.
Whoever picked me up, can you bring me to my seat?
No problem. I scoop him up like a baby.
I'm like 180 something pounds. I'm not light. But I guess
Yeah,
That's
if you
fine.
tackled me, I would have gone flying, so I'm only 36 pounds.
Yeah.
Only 36 pounds.
Oh shit,
Like a little baby.
little baby.
I could throw you for breakfast.
Oh god. For
Well, thank you, ma'am. I don't remember being picked up like that since I was a babe.
I guess anytime.
No, thank you.
You are all very strange people.
I agree.
And
I
who
am
are
very
you?
strange.
Who's who?
The one that just
I'm-
spoke.
I'm
Me?
Aravyre Sagemire.
Why you in here?
Yeah.
They say I murdered my mother.
Who's they?
My community. My former community.
Is she dead?
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Did you kill her?
Did you do it?
That's a valid question.
No, I didn't. And I would like to be left alone, but no, they had to grab me and hunt me down like I'm some sort of animal.
Do you know who did it?
Who done
No.
It's okay, ma'am. They also falsely accused me of destroying goods. That's some second-rate armor smith trying to pass off apprentice-level work as the work of a master. Oh my god, I don't know who did it. I really don't. But
And you
whoever
didn't
did
do
it
it?
must have had a certain level of fury in them after seeing such charlatans on the street. So much anger at them that the guards would have to restrain you and in the process maybe even knock you out because they couldn't handle you trying to destroy metal armor like that. I don't know who would do such a thing.
That's a
I
travesty.
understand.
Thanks.
Are you another smith?
I like to fancy myself as an apprentice. But no, first and foremost, I am an acolyte. Under insert potential god's name here, whoever's in charge of forges.
I'll look
Whoever
it up
the
real
forge
quick,
god
I guess. That would be Olnir.
Olnir. I am a disciple of Olnir the Great and Masterful, god of forges.
God of Forges. And
I
does
do a
it bring
little
you
forging
joy?
myself.
I see. I see. You'll have to show me some of your work at some point. I
It's
would
mainly
love to-
glass, but
I would
you can
love
never
to
run out
attend
of cool things to do with glass.
this. I'm sure. Like armor.
The man is a glass blower.
Yeah. I have tried glass armor before, but
I got to ask.
having
is
it
that
shatter on
effective?
you is not very... It's effective. Except when it's not, and it breaks.
Astute observations, my friend. What was your name again?
My name's Drago.
Drago, my friend. You'll have to show me some of this glass armor at some point.
Well,
Well,
as this conversation comes to a close, the six of you are, you immediately notice that there is a man near the door to your cell. So, I see we've all gotten acquainted.
Perhaps.
Well, do any of you know why you're here?
I know why I'm here. I don't agree with it, but
No, do you know why you're here specifically?
not
Something
this
to do
place.
with destruction of property.
To restrict my freedom?
Well, listen.
will you tell us?
Yes, if you'll just come with me. And he opens the door, and there's two other guards right there. We'll escort you to the mess hall. It's empty right now. Follow me.
Good. I am starving.
I could eat.
Ah. A book just fell off of my shelf. Whoops.
Too many books.
Too many books. So he leads you down the hallways of this prison. Once again, it's dark and dingy, and just walking through here fills you with despair. It seems like a lot of these people have given up. But then you come into this other wing of the prison, and it's the same dark and dingy place, but there's almost a brighter air in here. The people in this wing are more buff, and they look better fed, and they some of them are even working out in their cells instead of just sitting in the corner and crying or sulking because they've been thrown in prison. And eventually you come out into a mess hall of sorts. And the man turns to you. And he goes, well, welcome. My name is Xanus. I hope the guards have been amicable. How are you all enjoying your time so far in this new city?
I have a headache.
Well, you win some, you lose some, I suppose.
I would like to leave.
That's not going to happen. You've been accused of a crime. Haven't you heard?
What's this guy wearing?
He's wearing, like, a pretty typical, like, kind of guard's armor. He's wearing this like red cloak, so he's clearly, of kind of like a higher rank than some of the other guards that you might have seen. But other than that, he's wearing like a chest plate and he's got a helmet on that he's put down on the table. He's pretty typical guard's armor. Where is this one thing that I needed to...
Will we be able to face some sort of judgment for these crimes we allegedly committed?
Well, of course.
Will it be a trial or anything?
Well, in Pearl Water, which is where you are now, I'm sure those that moved you didn't tell you about where you were headed, but just so you know, you're in Pearl Water. Welcome to our lovely city. In Pearl Water, we import prisoners from all over this great continent to fight in an arena. You could call it trial by combat. Those that win are taken better care of in the prison itself, and eventually you will be set free. Now, you're very lucky, I must say. The mayor of our fine city has been looking for a special task force out of the gladiators here. So, if you impress, perhaps you'll get out and about sooner. You'll still be on a leash, but you'll be one step closer to freedom.
Rollwater's awesome. I love watching these gladiator matches. As a kid, that was the best thing.
It is perfect entertainment for the fine people of the region.
I
This
suppose
doesn't-
I
I gotta
gotta do just fine
fight.
here.
Sorry, one at a time?
This
suppose
doesn't
I'll-
sound like fun. I don't really wanna do that.
Well, you certainly seem like the most physically capable out of any of, your new compatriots here. Welcome to your team, by the way. Look around. It shouldn't be a problem for you, as much as you might not want to do it. It looks like you'll be able to handle yourself just fine. By the way, if any of you, if any of your weapons were confiscated or your magical items, you will be given those back on the way into the arena, and they will be confiscated again on your way out. We tried to
I
give.
suppose I'll do just fine here. I don't see why you doubt my ability to hold my own.
I certainly don't doubt your ability. That's why you're here. We handpick people from across the continent that we've heard little rumors of. Not to say
Because
that.
I'm green, isn't it?
Oh my god.
Colorist.
There aren't many stories about all of you, but we have our ways of finding new talent.
Well, consider me flattered.
Do we get paid for this?
Well, in your eventual freedom, yes. If you're picked for the team by the mayor, you might get paid by him, perhaps. He might also just pay you in freedom, though. I don't have all the details.
Freedom doesn't pay the bills.
So
Well,
if we
sitting
win,
rotting
we
in
get
prison
leave?
also doesn't pay the bills. If you win enough, you get to leave.
Okay.
Can I go eat now? I'm still hungry.
You'll have to wait for the actual dinner time. There will
You guys
be.
haven't fed me.
They fed you on the way.
Yeah, they gave me one piece of bread.
We'll have something ready for your first match, which is actually this evening. We try to give all of our gladiators the fairest fight possible, so we'll be sure to feed you before the fight.
Now, forgive my ignorance here. I've never been to one of these because I've never heard of them, and I don't know why I'd have any interest in observing one of these, I guess, so-called battles or tournaments or whatever you wish to call it. But is this a team combat? Is this a duel? What kind of combat are we talking here?
It's it depends on who it is. You'll notice as you walked through, some of the cells had one prisoner, some of them had several, some of them had two. You all have been hand selected to be in this group. As it turns out, it's semi-random. Sometimes we pick particular people, but there's a semi-random process by which we put people together, and you all, by luck of the draw, got put together. And I won't spoil for you what you're going to fight. That would be unfair. But
Well, of course.
but you will be fighting together as a group against another group or being or what have you.
See.
So, any other questions for me before we send you back to your cell?
Is there any way to not do that and walk away?
Not fight? Well, here in Pearlwater, we do believe in a jury of your peers. However, the peers here in Pearlwater don't particularly like people who won't fight. So you can try your luck with them, or you can try your luck in the ring.
An actual trial or trial by combat?
The actual trial, I will say again, is going to be run by a jury of people who don't like cowards. So, a little bit biased here.
It'll be fun.
I'll do trial by combat. You convinced me.
Okay. Any other questions, or is this? You all should start getting mentally prepared for this battle. It might be harder than you're expecting.
I have something for this headache.
Dude, no, we don't. Sorry. I apologize.
You're not sorry.
I thought you said that that you would help us be best prepared for this fight. How can you fight with a headache?
They make a good point.
How would you cure a headache?
Some crushed herbs.
And prayer.
It depends. It depends on the types of herbs. We don't exactly have that many of the type of herbs that would do that. And I would say that a minor headache should not be any implication on your fighting ability, especially not in a group. If you were fighting one-on-one, perhaps we would pay a little more money, be willing to dish out a little bit more money to make sure the fight was fair one-on-one. But you have a group to help you pick up the slack a little bit. So
I don't pick up anybody's slack.
You
I'll
have
help you back in the cell. Get rid of that headache.
no compassion, and your armor looks cheap, and it's an embarrassment.
okay, well, I can see this conversation is over. So good luck to you all. I'll see you all in the ring.
Bring me some decent food, maybe.
Guards, if you would, put them back in smaller cell. And he walks away.
Smaller cell.
Yeah, and they walk you back through. Again, you see the groups of what you now know to be the successful gladiators who have won, who knows how much, and are on their way to freedom. But they're still in the nicer cells in this prison. You walk back over to the wing with the cramped, more dirty cells. A few more rats in this part of the prison, and you walk past the cell you were originally in, the one that was quite large and fit all of you with plenty of space, and you get stuffed into a cell that is for probably about half the number of people that you currently have. It's about half the size of the other cell. Yeah, it's a little more cramped, and there are beds on the floors instead of the normal hanging bunk beds that were in the other cell.
Theran sits down on the floor and just meditates to prepare himself for battle.
Radek, do you want me to take care of that headache?
I am praying.
Ah,
I cannot hear you.
okay.
I didn't peg him as a religious man.
You know, me neither.
But I guess some people can surprise you.
I did say I was an acolyte.
He did.
Oh.
That is true. He did say that. I remember.
I have selective hearing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna reflect on how hungry I am. No one knows how to feed a furbolg here.
Real quick, out of character, do we know if Justin is coming back? Because I was kind of planning on this being a pretty short session anyway, kind of just this and then a combat and then a thing at the end, but he's going to end up missing, like, the whole thing.
Yeah, he hasn't been here in a while.
Do we just need to pick up
We
the
don't-
slack for him, I guess?
Yeah, it should be fine battle-wise. I was more worried for him, because he was just here for, like, the beginning of the first session and then nothing else.
He said some robot noises and then left.
Yeah. Okay, well,
He's responding to me right now. I just asked him if he's okay
okay.
and where he's at. So we'll see what he says.
All right. Well, probably about an hour or two pass. And you're all kind of pushed. You're all eventually somebody comes and gets you and pulls you out of the of your cell, of your tiny cell, and you're walked back through, once again, back through the nicer wing. You get the feeling this is like, maybe some of you notice this, some of you don't, but this is clearly to, like, mess with you up here, to be like, this is what you could have if you were winners, but maybe you're not. And they kind of trot you through the nicer wing again. And they put you into a decent-sized room with kind of a metal gate, like completely out of metal, like metal doors that kind of meet in the middle, and a chain is attached to them. And if you pull the chain, they come apart, allowing someone to step through. And there's just a large table. On one side, there is a large table that's completely empty, and on the other side, there is a meal of sorts. It almost looks like a feast, but there's not quite enough food. There's like a whole chicken, essentially, like maybe like two sides, like just like potatoes and like corn or something. Like not a whole lot of food, but enough that you're going to be able to get something down before the fight here.
This is enough for a snack for me.
Yeah.
Not fair at all.
I do feel kind of ridiculous saying that that's not like a ton of food, but I was framing it for the fact that there's 6 of you and one of you is 7 feet tall.
Yeah. Well, Theran just sits down. And,
I require at least a whole chicken.
You can have that whole chicken.
Does anybody else want the chicken?
I guess Theran just sits down, takes a little
just
bit of
need to-
potatoes and some corn, and just enough to
That's a
give him
meal.
strength and energy. Yep.
That's a meal right there.
Yep.
I take enough just to sustain myself.
I
Just
eat this
take a
entire
potato and eat it
chicken.
like corn. But that's how we eat it where I'm from.
What do you do when you get to... I mean, I guess I'll see it, but what happens when you get to the middle and it's all just mush?
Well, that's the best part. Smushed potatoes are a delicacy. You can, like, eventually once it gets small enough, you can put it in your hand and kind of eat it like that. Really efficient, too.
Out of character, real quick, Justin said he will probably be missing the combat
Wow.
because he's with his parents right now. So
Yeah.
just FYI. Okay, cool. Okay.
I'm gonna devour this entire chicken. I'm only gonna leave the bones.
We're just gonna crack the bones open for their marrow.
Mhm.
She puts the whole chicken in her mouth and just pulls out like the perfect skeleton
Carcass.
of the.
I'm like staring at her like, oh my god.
After you've all eaten for a few minutes, a few people walk in with a kind of like a rolled up. It's not a rug. It's like just a roll of fabric essentially, and they place it down on one end of the other table, and they roll it out. And sitting there are all of your equipment and weapons.
That's what I was waiting for.
I immediately go to my bow.
Theran searches for his short sword, and after finding it by noticing a special little elvish mark on it, he takes the sword. And would he have his I would assume he wouldn't have like anything to like on him from like they would have taken his like holster or whatever away.
Yeah, his like scabbard or whatever.
Would the holster be included with the sword or no?
I'd say probably not, because they're expecting to just use it and then put it down.
Well, then I'd just take the sword then and just sort of set it down on my side.
I also grab my dagger and short sword along with my bow. I strap it on.
I'm really upset. They didn't bring my cool pirate hat out. Guess one of the guards liked it and decided to keep it.
Sounds like a pretty good hat if they had to keep it.
It was. I'll have to try to get it back someday.
It'd be funny if your pirate hat was like your if that was your arcane like focus.
That's all your magic comes from the hat.
Yeah. Okay. After another minute or so, one of the head guard who you saw before comes out. He opens the door and walks in and he goes, "Well, it's about time. Are we ready?"
I mean, I've been waiting. I'm ready.
You
In
all
the future, I think we would all like some more food.
Well, this was kind of short notice. You'll be fed in the mess hall as normal in the future. I have just been informed that they're throwing you all straight in the deep end, and well, we make sure our gladiators don't die most of the time. It's bad for business, but good luck out there. I can't tell you anything more, else I'll lose my job. But just good luck to you. Are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. Can't say anything about these guys though.
So
Still praying.
he opens the door. He came in and he calls like two more people in, and they come in and they pull on the chains. It's like they're heavy metal doors, and they pull them apart. And he kind of like ushers you through because they're heavy and these guys are going to drop it at any second. Coming out into the stadium, you all kind of see you all kind of come out and see this huge crowd of people, and as soon as you step out, there's a roar there are these boos and cheers and just yelling from all over. People aren't really sure what to make of you because you're new. They haven't ever seen you before. They're not really sure what to make of these new contenders. And as you step out, you can see up at the top, up to the left, there is a man sitting in kind of a booth in a front seat with several people beside him. And he stands up and he speaks to the crowd and he goes, "Let's give these newcomers a warm pro-water welcome. How about it?" And there's cheers from the crowd, clapping all over. His voice is magically being made louder and enhanced. Now, nothing but the best for our citizens, I say. So, these newcomers will be fighting something from a faraway land, from the deserts out west. Our mages have captured some Anubians. And these newcomers will show us what they can do against these fearsome guardians of the desert. And pretty much as he says that, two little urns are thrown out into kind of the center of the ring. And out from them spring these creatures made out of sand with the heads of dogs and eyes that are this electric blue color that are so striking you can see them from this far away, from 30 or 40 feet away. They look kind of shocked or surprised that they're there. They look around. They see the cheering crowd, and then they look at you and they see that you're on their level, and so they begin to charge at you. I'm gonna have everyone roll initiative.
Alright, how do we do that again? Do we just
You
click
click on your
initiative?
token, and then you can roll initiative by clicking on it on your
Gotcha.
thing.
Did I do it? No.
There you go. Yep. And then I need
It
to
went
roll
through.
it. Yeah, it did. I need to roll it through these
Cool.
guys.
Took me a minute.
Jesus Christ, 7 initiative.
You rolled that.
Don't know why I did that. That's
Okay.
fine.
No, this character is still not on.
Yeah, I'm not on there.
Oh, I'll add you. Don't do it again.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, whoops. Well, because the first 2 times I forgot to click my token because I'm dumb like that. Whoops.
Okay.
My initiative is at 0 though.
Yeah, I know. I'm setting. I'm
Okay.
gonna set it to the first thing that you rolled. All right. Theran, you're up.
Let's see. I want to try and maybe get a little bit closer to these guys, but probably go. Let's see. Probably move around here. And can I do Can I do a check to see if I recognize any like inherent weaknesses that they may have? So there's sand people, like they're not
Yep.
made of sand, right?
No. Roll like an investigation or something like that. Insight. Something like that.
All right, let's see. It's a 3.
Yeah. They appear to be made out of sand.
Great. And I'm too far. Well, let's see. Hold on, let me just double check.
Their structures are solid, but it's the exact same color as the sand that you're standing on. That the
Yeah.
terrain is.
So
But
the-
they're. Yeah.
I'm going to. Let's see. Let me look at how far away. Let's see. How far away am I from these guys right now? Okay. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to use Dragon Breath to do a 20. Let's see. How far? Yeah, I'll do Dragon Breath for a 20-foot cone, 5 feet wide.
Okay.
And I'm gonna place it right. I'm gonna put it right about there. Oh, hold on.
you don't
right
place it
about-
on. You don't place it on
Or
yourself.
I'm gonna point it. No. I'm saying
Oh,
I'm
okay.
pointing it
Gotcha.
this
Gotcha.
way.
Gotcha.
Like place it, like point it.
Yeah. Right. Gotcha.
So I'm just gonna like prepare myself mentally real quick and just sort of like I'm sort of hyping myself up to do this Dragon Breath, and then after like a few seconds, I just the breath just comes out of my mouth, and it looks kind of like a weirdly colored fire, but it's like individual flames, not like a constant stream of fire. And let's see. I'm trying to see what. And
Do they have to make checks?
Yeah, they have to make a DC check, DC save of what is it on mine? DC save of 12. And I'm gonna choose for it to be fire damage.
Okay.
Because I think sand, glass, if I melt it right.
Okay. Well. So they.
if they succeed,
If they
then
succeed,
take
it's half damage. Yeah, they both succeeded.
So then it's
So we can both take half damage.
so they're both gonna take. I rolled 5. Whatever. I don't know if you are rounding up or down.
We'll do round down. As long
So
as
2
it's
damage
both
each.
enemies and you guys, that's fine. Okay. Theran, is that all you're gonna do? You're gonna stay by the wall of the arena, the outside?
Yeah, I can't move anymore.
Okay. Drago?
Okay. So I get a mischievous grin.
Okay.
And first, for my bonus action, I'll cast Shillelagh.
Okay.
And then for my action, I will cast invisibility on myself and walk over here, I guess. And I
Okay.
go around towards them. And then that's all I can do on my turn.
Okay, so coming around the left side of the arena, sneaking around
One
with
more. Yeah.
invisibility. Up next, it's one of the Anubians. This one, the one further north, still looking around, kind of confused. I think he's just going to move normally right now. Yeah, I think for its first thing, it's going to move. This thing is going to quickly, like, its legs basically turn into a little mini sandstorm as it kind of shifts and moves its way down to Theran, running along the ground, and it's going to try and claw at you. That's a natural 18. So what is that? That's a 23. That hits.
I'll hit. Yeah.
And then it has a second attack. And natural 1.
Shit.
Okay. Well, the first one hits though. So let's see. It's gonna do 4 damage.
Okay.
All right. How do you say this name, Emma? Yes.
Aravyre.
Aravyre. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
It's your turn.
Aravyre. All right. Okay. So first, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like move over here in the corner, like right over here. It's like 15 feet, and then I am going to cast Hail of Thorns as a bonus action. At level 3. When I pull my bow and shoot my bow. Did you? I probably should have rolled for that myself, huh?
Do you have a 3rd level spell slot?
I thought I did. Did I not? If I don't, that's okay.
You might. I don't know. It's level 3. I don't think you would.
I can use the spell at level 1, 2, or 3 because it's a level 1 spell.
No, at level
Right,
3,
you would
only
still-
have first.
Yeah, you would still
Oh,
need
yeah.
the spell slot to do it, so you would only be able to
gotcha.
cast it at level 1.
That's okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. Sorry, I clicked on it and it rolled for me. Do you want to just go with that?
That's fine. So it's going to be
I can-
14.
Yeah, and then plus if that hits, with the
14
well,
does
actually,
hit.
Okay, so then with Hail of Thorns, it's a 1d10.
Along with the normal
and-
longbow damage.
Yeah, and I rolled a 1 for that, so 15, I guess.
Well, no, that's the
No,
that's
oh,
the
right,
to
yeah.
hit. Yeah, that's not
I'm just,
damage.
give me 1 second. Let me roll for that damage. That's 1 plus 4. That's 5 plus. Oh no, it's 1d8. Plus 5.
Should be like a D8 plus the
Yeah, it's
D10 plus
D8.
plus your dex.
So that's 9, and then I get like a plus 6 attack. Is that just no?
it's
Never
plus your
mind.
dex to damage.
Okay, so it's 10.
Okay, 10 damage. Were you hitting
Yeah.
the one attacking Theran or the one up here?
Yes.
The one attacking Theran? Alright.
Yeah.
10 damage. Yeah, you slam this thing in the back, and the thorns that explode out of it into its shoulder are almost like engulfed in the by the sand in this thing's back. It kind of roars out at Theran before getting back into what it was doing, and then it's other Anubian's turn. I don't think he's going to be able to do all that much. Nope. Oh, can he move the extra 10 feet with... Oh, no, that's instead of moving. Okay, so he can. He's just going to move here. Radek. There's a monster in front of you. There's a creature.
I set my eyes on it. I move up to there, and then I'm gonna hit that with. What am I hitting him with? So this guy's like 100% made out of sand, right?
Yeah, you could say that. Oh, by the way, the arrow didn't seem to do quite as much damage as it might usually. A direct hit to the shoulder.
Alright, then I'm gonna use my action. I'm gonna hit him with a guiding bolt.
Ooh. Does he need to make a save, or is that an attack roll?
No, it's an attack roll.
Okay.
Hit. Make a ranged spell attack against the target.
I would recommend not moving within 5 feet of him then, because then you have disadvantage on ranged attacks if you're within 5 feet of an enemy.
Oh, you're right. I'm gonna stay where I was. And then I'm gonna hit him. And by hit him, I mean roll my d20. Do I add my spell attack bonus to that?
Yes.
Or should it be-
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I got an 18.
That hits.
And then what is that? What does that do? On hit, target takes 4d6 radiant.
What level spell is this?
Evocation 1. It's a first tier spell slot.
Whoa.
That's pretty OP.
That feels pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only have 3d6, so. 4, 5, 2, 3. 4, 5, 2, 3. That's a straight.
Okay.
That's 14. That's 14. radiant.
Okay. Yeah, you hit this thing with a bolt of light, and it kind of sinks into the sand at first, but then it explodes out into this beacon of light. With Guiding Bolt, the next attack against this creature has advantage. So, Lialana? Is that how you say it?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. So, if I just move here and then here, they won't be able to hit me?
No opportunity attacks? Nope.
Okay, good. I'm going to cast my symbiotic entity using my 1 wild shape. So I gain 4 temporary hit points, and my Halo Force does 2d4, and my melee attacks do an extra d6.
Mm-hmm.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Flame Blade on myself to invoke a fiery blade in my free hand.
Wow. So you're dual wielding. You have 2 weapons.
No, I'm replacing it.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah, I'm going to replace it.
Okay.
It's basically the same weapon, but
That's your
bigger.
turn then?
Yes.
All right, Theran.
I'm going to strike this opponent in front of me with my short sword.
Pop. Get him.
It's 15.
That hits.
Okay. Let's see. 6. That's 9 damage.
Whoa. Doesn't feel right in your hand as it kind of like sails through the body of this creature, whatever this thing is.
As I slash through him, the first one, I immediately follow up with my fist and attack him with my Unarmed Strike. And I'm gonna change the. I'm gonna use the fire. What is it called? I can change it to different elements of.
To do fire damage.
Yeah, to do fire damage.
Okay.
So I'm going to. Let's see this roll. That's. I forget what my bonus is for unarmed. What is my bonus for unarmed?
Should be your dexterity plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay, so then it's 9.
Okay. You
Doesn't
that
matter.
that does not hit. No.
Okay.
Okay. Your fists count as magic weapons, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I can change the.
Yeah. Okay. Drago.
Okay, so I am invisible, and I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna kind of just walk over here,
Okay.
and then I will cast Inflict Wounds on this guy.
Okay. Drago walking across the floor of the arena, completely invisible. You begin casting this spell, and the invisibility drops as you're casting it. Do they need to make a save, or
For this, I don't believe they make a save.
is it an attack roll?
I'll just roll it. Yeah, it's an attack roll.
Okay. 10 unfortunately does not hit.
And I'm guessing 11 doesn't either, because
No, it does
advantage.
not. Oh, right, yeah, you do. No, 11 does not either. Unfortunately. So yeah, you reach out with your hand to cast Inflict Wounds, and that the invisibility drops, and this thing sees you out of the corner of its eye and takes a step back to dodge out of the way of your hands. It's this Anubian's turn that's fighting with Theran. Theran, this thing is standing in front of you, and it's gonna make one of its claw attacks at you.
Okay.
Does a 14 hit?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. It growls, and then it, just turns completely into sand, and reforms in front of Lialana.
Well,
You do
do I
not
get an
get.
attack?
Nope. You do not get an attack of opportunity. And it's
it's
going
gonna-
to.
It's
Oh.
gonna take 2d4 of my spore damage. It takes 7 damage.
Does it not get a save or anything? It just takes
No, it
7
just
damage.
does.
Oh,
Yeah,
All right.
it
well.
moved towards me.
Okay. Well. What? Do you know what kind of damage that is? Is that poison damage?
It's necrotic damage.
It's necrotic. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so it takes 7 damage.
it
it's
would have
gonna
anyways.
claw at you.
It has to start 10 feet in front of me or move towards me.
Okay. 18 hits, right?
Yes, it does.
All right. So you are gonna take 10 damage.
That's fine. I'm good.
All right. Aravyre, I'm gonna have to get used to that. What is it?
Aravyre.
Aravyre, got it. Almost had
Yeah. That's okay. Alright, so I am going to cast Hunter's Mark on this one.
it. Okay.
And so I'm gonna get an extra 1d6 on that.
Okay.
Um,
Cast Hunter's Mark on the one
But-
next to Drago.
yeah, but I'm going to hit it with my longbow. Let me. Does a 9 hit?
A 9 does not hit, unfortunately.
Lovely. Okay,
All right.
so
Are you gonna move, or is that your turn? Or do you have a bonus action? I guess you could also. Oh
my
no, your bonus action was
my
Hunter's.
Hunter's
yeah,
Mark.
you're right.
Yeah, but it's still on there, so I could
Yes.
use it later.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Then yeah, no, that's it.
All right. The Anubian in front of Drago's turn. Drago,
You
it's
take
gonna,
6 damage.
Drago, it's gonna try and hit you. Does a 14 hit?
My AC is 14, so it's a tie.
Yes. You take 6 damage.
Okay.
And then the pile, it collapses into a pile of sand at your feet and reappears in front of Radek. Radek, I'm guessing a 13 does not hit.
No.
No, yeah. Okay, Radek, it's your turn.
Well. Back to old. Holy crap! It's close to me, huh?
It did just try and hit you.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so. Thing do. Okay, I could do that. What does this do? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna cast one of my cantrips.
Okay.
Word of Radiance. Each creature of my choice within range is 5 feet. So
Okay.
the dude in front of me has to make a con save throw.
He rolled pretty well. He rolled a 16.
Yeah, okay, so he's fine. Nothing happens to him.
Okay. Their turn.
Yep.
All right, Lialana.
I'm going to attack with my fancy flame blade with the Sandman in front of me. That is 16 plus 4. Does a 20 hit?
A 20 doesn't hit. In fact.
So, I get to do 4d6 damage. 7 plus 8, 15 damage.
And that's with the flame blade. Okay. All right, Theran.
I'm going to use my action to do Dragon's Breath, and so I prepare. I sort of prepare myself again to just sort of, except this time instead of a 20-foot cone with a 5-foot radius, I'm gonna do just a 30-foot straight shot, so it doesn't hit anybody else. And I sort of prepare myself to focus in on this this sort of strange humanoid entity, and I shoot my Dragon's Breath at it.
All right.
Does a, let's see, 10 hit?
Well, I thought it was a deck save.
Oh, right. Dex
Yeah,
save.
it made the deck save, so it's
So-
it rolled an 18, so that's half damage.
That's 2 damage then.
Okay.
Another 2 damage. And then I'm going to spend a key point to prepare an action, and I'm going to prepare to dodge in the event that one of them comes at me.
Okay, so you're gonna dodge in case something tries to attack you.
Yes.
Okay. With the key point, I believe you do that as a bonus action, so you just do it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
as
okay,
bonus-
gotcha,
Because the Dragon's
gotcha.
Breath is an action, I'm using
Yeah.
a key point to make it a bonus action to prepare
Gotcha.
my dodge.
Gotcha. To dodge. All right, Drago.
I wonder if these things speak English. Well, common. But either way, I'm going to attack this guy with my quarterstaff.
You're standing right on top of Radek.
What? I'm right here.
On my screen, you're standing on top of him.
Do you not see it moving?
No, it's
Uh,
you're
Oh.
both on this space in my. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know how
there
that
we-
happened.
There we go. So now you have advantage because you're flanking.
Yeah, and then I cast Shillelagh earlier, so it should be magical damage.
Yep.
So, does a 20 hit?
20 does hit. Yes.
Okay. And then that's 10 damage.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's this Anubian's turn in front of Lialana, so it's going to try and hit Lialana real quick. Does a 15 hit? Or 16,
does.
sorry. 16.
It does. It takes 6 damage also.
Why is it oh, because it started its turn near you.
Yep.
Okay. Well, it's going to hit you for 5 damage, so eat that,
Okay.
I guess.
Ha.
It collapses into a pile of sand in front of you and reappears in front of Theran. It's going to try and hit Theran.
And I use my prepared action to dodge.
Alright, we rolled a 19. I believe dodge... Doesn't dodge just add to your... Doesn't it add to your AC? Isn't that the thing?
It does add to my AC. I don't remember how much exactly.
Oh, any attack roll against you has disadvantage, actually. I think.
Yes. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's disadvantage.
Okay, well... does a 14 hit? Because that's the lower. He rolled
14
lower.
does not hit.
Dang. Okay. Well,
Got him.
this guy's dead. Aravyre.
Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna move here, and then that's gonna give me a crit on if I hit it with my bow,
Why
because
would you
it's
have
crit at 20 feet. I think my bow is crit at 20 feet, I believe. My crit range.
I don't think that's true.
I see crit range and I see 20. I feel like that's what that means.
Where do you see that?
Under longbow on my thing here. I don't know how to explain it. Like all this stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what that. I don't think I've ever used that before. Hold on.
Okay.
What was this?
Crit range. It's just the range of numbers in which you can roll a crit. Anyway, Emma.
Yes.
Aravyre.
All right.
Are you gonna shoot him with the bow?
Yes. Does it's not gonna hit. Does an 8 hit?
An 8 does not hit.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
All right. It's this Anubian's turn. He's in the middle between Drago and Radek. He is uncomfortable with this situation. And so he's gonna turn into sand and reappear over here. Come up out of the ground on the other side of Drago, so that way he's not in between you.
He gets 6 damage.
All right. Well,
Yep.
he's gonna try and hit Drago. Excuse me. That does not hit. It's a 10. Oh wait, no, he has multi-attack. That's not his turn. He rolled 10 again. Radek.
That is now his turn.
Radek, it's your turn.
Alright, where are these fools? Damn, they're still alive? Let's see here. Ah. And that's a 5, 10, 15, 25. I'm gonna smack him
He
in the
wants
back
his
with my
advantage.
Warhammer. Do I get advantage because he flanked?
You get advantage because you flanked, yeah.
Yeah. No, drop face. Jesus Christ. What is that? That's a 12.
A 12. Is that a natural 12 or a 12 with modifiers?
No, it's a nat 12. It's a 14 with modifiers. And
Okay.
the other one, oh, that's a 20. Is 20 good or bad? I forget.
20 is good.
That's
funny.
What? That's a great roll. What the fuck?
All right, well, double your damage die.
Alright,
So it's twice. If you forget, it's twice the damage die. So if you roll 1d10 normally, it's 2d10, and then add your damage bonus as normal. So it should be like plus your strength.
gotcha. Alright, 2d8 plus 2. 6 and 7. For 15 damage.
15. Okay, it doesn't seem to do quite as much damage as you anticipated, but you slam your hammer down on the side, and it breaks off its arm. And it's, the things you've seen from this before, it pulls from the sand under it and reforms. But both of these things are now slower to reform the body parts that keep getting knocked off. Lialana.
I'm gonna move here.
Wow.
And wow.
You guys are just action economying my creatures.
What did you want us to do?
I don't. This was supposed to be an intro fight.
Yeah.
I was gonna
And
say,
I'm gonna
first combat, we
do-
already have 2 advantage. Like, 2
Yeah.
creatures in advantage.
I'm gonna do my my flame blade again. Does a 15 hit?
A 15 does hit.
A 15 does hit. Cool. So that's 46. I meant to ask this last time because it's a flame blade. Do I still add my attack bonus?
Your attack bonus. Is
You add your
whenever
damage
roll.
bonus.
Or
Yeah.
yeah, damage bonus. Yeah.
Yes,
so
you still add your
I
damage
misspoke.
bonus. Yeah.
Oh, you're
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was 4 plus 3 plus 2, so 9.
That kills it.
Really?
So yeah, you
Dang.
slash across it with the flame blade, and it falls and crumples to the floor in a pile of sand. There's
That's pretty cool.
two bright blue marbles left.
Nice.
I'm gonna move there for no reason at all.
You're gonna hug the spike column,
Yes. Embrace the pain.
Theran.
I'm gonna move. I'll go ahead and just move over here, and I'm going to. Let's see. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to prepare another dodge in the event that this guy attacks me after I attacked it. Although I have a feeling it's probably gonna be dead anyway after a few more attacks. But I'm going to use my bonus action to do Unarmed Strike. Let's see. Does a 9 does not hit, does it?
No, it does not.
Fuck.
Well,
Well, I won't take any damage.
Drago.
Hopefully.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just hit it with my quarterstaff again, since I don't want to back up and do Eldritch Blast.
You got advantage.
Whack.
I got a 19. I guess I'll roll it again to see if I get a 20.
Yeah. The 19 does hit, by the way, in case you were wondering.
And then I do another 10 damage.
All right. You whack this thing on the nose with your quarterstaff, and the nose first falls off, and then you see it try to reform it. But as it's trying to reform, it pulls sand, not from the ground, but from its arm, and then its arm starts disintegrating, and it falls to the ground and crumples into a pile of sand with nothing but a pair of blue marbles remaining. And the crowd erupts into a roar of cheers. Ah! There's no more boos like you heard when you first entered the arena. There's nothing but cheering and yelling, and you know, you see there's this child with like the happiest look on his face. His eyes are like full of wonder at these six gladiators. One of them isn't missing.
No, it couldn't be.
And
Couldn't be.
the king looks around, and he's if any of you look up at the king at this time, you'll see he like looks around, and he's got this like big grin on his face. He whispers something in somebody's ear, and then as the crowd starts to quiet down, listen, it's clear that these gladiators have exceeded our expectations. Am I right? And there's cheers all over the stadium, all over the arena, erupt. Well, I hope they'll be able to provide us with much more help in our entertainment in the future. Now, the next contestants, and the doors behind you open, and some people come out, and they're like trying to get you guys to go back in. Do you guys just follow their lead and head in?
Yeah, just head in, and then I just hand the person that takes my sword. Hand
Alright.
the sword by the handle.
Yeah, if none of you immediately hand your weapon over, then you know somebody there is like, oh, just please place your weapon down on the little on the fabric here, and as soon as all of the weapons are placed down, it rolls itself up into a nice little roll here. And somebody immediately collects it and they put it under their arm and carry it off. The captain of the guard comes back. Well, I see that you, you impressed the mayor, the governor. That's good.
We now.
That's the way it seemed to me. It's the word I've been hearing. We've been told to move you to a nicer cell, so I hope you're happy. You might be able to get a better night's rest.
Rest comes easy for me. I don't need to worry about that. But I appreciate the gesture, though.
Weird flex, but okay.
But okay.
What can I say? I'm an elf.
Man, imagine having to even do a trance.
He has some other guards lead you down the hall, except this time you don't go all the way through the nicer wing. The wing that's just a little less stingy, a little nicer. There's almost an air of hope around here. They put you in one of the cells very close to the mess hall. And it's nice and spacious. There are even some chairs in here to go along with the beds, and the beds are slightly nicer. There's some more cushions. They're a little more cushiony, a little softer, not quite just the hard the hard piece of metal with some like bedding on it that was in the other cells. It's for being in jail, it's quite nice. Night comes soon. It was later in the afternoon as you had your fight. Now I'm gonna ask a question out of character real quick. You guys are about to talk to someone important. Justin said that he might not be here next week still, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said it's
Alright, then it doesn't matter. I'll just keep going. I was gonna ask if we should let him keep up for the thing, but if he's not gonna be here next week anyway, whatever. You all are led out into after a good night's sleep, you're let out into what appears to be a new wing of the prison, the wing for staff. And the head of the guard is there. He's leading you. Now, what do we know about etiquette here? As you're all walking with him.
What do you mean?
At a what?
Etiquette, manners.
Is the guard asking us this?
Yes, yeah, yes.
Oh,
You might want to give us a refresher course.
I know my fair share.
I'm confused.
Being the
Well-
daughter, the lord.
Before the governor addresses you, now we don't have a king, of course, but it's still expected that you are polite when meeting with the governor, which you will be in a moment. It's expected that you
I
stand...
interrupt him with the burp.
That's... Now, I did say politeness was necessary. It's expected that you stand until you're allowed to sit, as with everyone else. Just keep an air of politeness about you, and you should do okay. You understand?
Understood.
Not really, but
You got it. Let's do what everyone else is doing.
Okay. So you arrive at a door. This area of the I should describe it. This area of the prison is it's actually quite nice over here. Instead of the normal stone floors, you have kind of more of like a it's more well lit here, at least. It's kept more clean. You see no rats at all, really. Not as many, at least. It's a lot more well kept. There's an expectation of cleanliness, as opposed to it being like a gift, a privilege of the successful gladiators. It's instead expected of the people who are here. You arrive at a door, and for one last time, the captain of the guard turns around. Now, again, you're all about to meet Governor Turner. He just be on your best behavior, okay? He likes you. Don't ruin that, and don't ruin his like for me either. Okay. He opens the door.
what happened to our lessons?
Just be polite. And he kind of ushers you in.
I stifle another burp.
I guess I walk in a little bit of a little bit of a better posture than I normally would be, and just walk in as if I don't care as much, but like an expression of just I don't really care too much, but still trying to be polite.
Wow. The governor is standing up at the front of the room. Well, I hear that you're the new warriors.
I suppose that I suppose we are.
How's your stay in Pearlwater been? I love this city. It's
Well, I'm sure it'd be nicer if we could go explore the city, but
we might get that opportunity.
Yeah, with all due respect, this feels pretty constricting.
And I've been pretty hungry.
I see.
And I found it pretty good. I liked it.
Well, Pearlwater has brought a lot of monetary gain to a lot of people, a lot of families. We fostered a lot of international trade through the canal, and for those of you on the podcast, Justin just came back. That's why I'm laughing.
Cam.
We fostered a lot of international trade through the canal, through the region, and if you help restore some balance to this region, you help some more people gain even more by erasing some issues we've been having with certain groups of people. Pour Water will also help you gain, in a way, by allowing you to gain your freedom. Work for it, if you will.
That's a good offer.
It's
If we gain quite a bit for you, could we also gain a little bit of money for us as well as our freedom? Would that be on the table if we provide excellent service?
that could be on the table, sure. So long as we can talk about it after each job. There's a certain amount of things that need to be done, and if you get all these done in a timely manner, it wasn't agreed by the city that we should pay you, but I will pay you personally. Can't promise it'll be a lot, but I'll pull out of my pockets if you do an excellent job that I know that you are probably capable of doing.
That would be excellent, your governorship.
Thank you.
I can't promise it'll be less dangerous than the arena, but it'll be a faster track to freedom, if that's what you want.
That would be much appreciated.
Thank you.
I mean, if you can speed up time, I'm all for it.
Well, I don't know if that's within the powers of anyone standing here, but we can certainly speed up the amount of time you'll be spending here. So, is it agreed then? Are we all on board? I can give you the day and tonight to think about it and come back tomorrow, or we can get down
I'm
to
on board.
business.
Yeah, I'm on board.
I have no opposition to this proposal.
I feel very neutral about this,
As you
but
should.
I will follow along.
Can I get more food, please, sir? Can
Sure.
that be arranged?
Sure.
It does not seem like anyone in these kitchens know how to feed someone of my size.
Well, we have to portion out the food. We don't have a massive amount of food for prisoners. We have enough, but maybe not enough for someone of your stature.
I like food.
I'll make sure some food is sent to your cell along with your belongings before you set out. Well, I mean, firstly, there is the first task that I'm going to set you all on is quite a simple task. A bandit group has set up nearby in the forests of the region, as you know, as we are the trade city of the world, pretty much. We the most this city fosters the most international trade in all of the world, and so we can't have bandits in the forests. It discourages people from coming here. Their leader, Elwyn, he seems to be some kind of I don't know. He's a real trouble. He turns people into his cult of personality that he's got over there. So, if you could help by finding their camp and stopping them, that would be your first job. I have some more complicated jobs in the works, but I want to see how you'll handle your first one in the field.
And did you say where this where location of this cult is?
Well, it's bandits. It's just a cult of personality. The leader, he turns people over to his ideology. No, you might be able to find. They like to ambush people along the roads. You might be able to find one of their ambushes, possibly.
More like busy roads or less?
Yes,
or less busy
the
roads?
busier roads. They tend to go to the heavily forested areas of the busier roads. There's a road, specifically one that comes from the kingdoms to the north of us. It goes through. It kind of forks off through, and there's several paths through the forest. They tend to strike there. Because the people have to come through there. You can try and find out from them where their encampment is located. And again, there will be more complicated jobs. If any of you get wise to try and escape, I should warn you now. You will be captured because the kingdoms in this region are all very knit. We have very good relations. Wars do not make for good trade, so there's not a lot of fighting around here.
And
so you will eventually be captured and brought back, and there will be no deal where you go out and earn your freedom. There will be no more arena battles to earn your freedom. There will be nothing. You will rot in the dungeon.
Can I roll perception on this guy? If nobody
What are
else
you
has?
perceiving him? Or are you trying to roll an insight?
I was gonna say
I guess
maybe more
insight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to see, like, if there's maybe something he's not telling us. These are real truths he's
Okay.
saying. Rolled a 2 plus 6, so an 8.
He seems to be pretty relaxed.
Yeah,
He's
I
chilling.
see nothing wrong.
Yep.
He speaks true facts.
He's chilling.
I didn't seem to doubt it. He saw our capabilities. He wants us to deal with some shit. We're gonna go deal with it, and that's that.
Very cool.
I have no opinion on this matter.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you both for being in my brain.
Anyhow,
Like maybe I just saw you like look at him a little bit funny or something like that.
and out loud you're like, "Hey, stop looking at him so weird like that."
Pointing out, I don't have an issue with any of this. Like,
Mhm.
because he did, I would assume, didn't he
He's
ask
been
as well?
starving me. Like,
I don't like to take sides here, okay? Alright, that's political, and we don't get political here.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
we're neutral, right?
Yes. I stick my neck out for nobody.
There's nobody to fight,
okay.
so
All right. Well, anyhow, so are we all in agreement then? You'll have to go back to your cells for some time while we prepare some things, but I'll send some food and your belongings, and then you can get going.
Heck yeah, those bandits are going down.
And we will eat their food.
I'm glad you're
Yes.
ready to earn your way here in this great city. That's what it's all about. All right, so off you go. He kind of ushers you all out. The guards lead you back to your cell. Shortly after, it's almost no time at all. Platters of food come in. Again, not quite a feast, but more than last time, more than before the arena.
I really like food.
And
So do I.
and then eventually, after maybe about an hour or two, your equipment comes. and you're led with your equipment out of the jail. You set your eyes coming down the steps out of the front, finally on the city that you've been in for days now. Some of you a week more. This is the first time you're setting your eyes on it, and it is this beautiful harbor city. There's bustling. You can see off in the distance there's a marketplace a ways away down. You're on top of a hill, I should say. On top of a hill, you can see down towards the bottom of the hill, there's kind of this central marketplace where there's all this hustle and bustle. You can see out on the other side of a channel, there's more city with its large buildings and some luxurious residential buildings along the side of the water, and these huge trade ships passing back and forth between the two halves of the city in the channel. And as you all take your first steps out into Pearlwater, that is where we'll leave off for this week. Quite a short session. I know I was doing a bit of an introductory session before we really get into it next week. But does anybody have anything before we sign off? All right.
Absolutely not.
You can see in the one last thing you can see in the description, lots of information, including our referral link for Battlebards, if you'd like to check them out, as well as probably our Twitter at Not Just Any Pod, where you can find updates on this stream podcast thing, as well as our other podcast, which is about literature, if you're interested in that. Then you can also, if you're watching this on YouTube or Spotify or what have you, please leave us a rating, give us a like, subscribe, whatever it is. And we'd like to welcome you to join us on Twitch at twitch.tv/NotJustAnyRPG, where we stream Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. So you can figure out what time that is for you, wherever you live. And yeah, I think that's about it. We will see you all next week.